Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door straight away. I can see we're having some connection issues here with StreamYard. So I am going to immediately go across to SofaScore and go on the small screen as ever. This normally writes itself and we shouldn't need to discuss it, hopefully, for too long. And hopefully things will improve. But my apologies if the picture is not crystal clear. Welcome along, though, for Denmark versus Belgium. The Danes versus the Belgians in Group B. Yesterday, we had Russia beating Finland, which does make the Group B table look pretty interesting, I have to say. The Belgians are at the top of it, given they won their first game 3-0, just with that extra +1 on the goal difference over the Russians. But it's all very, very tight. And not much can be decided today if it goes with form and the Belgians can indeed get the victory. They'll go on to 6 points, but they won't necessarily be guaranteed as qualified. We could get some ridiculousness to drop them to third place, but you would imagine a win does put the Belgians through to the knockout phases, although that won't be confirmed today, given that Finland and Russia will still be 3 points behind and able to catch them in the next game. And of course, we have no idea what's going to happen in the other groups, but they're pretty much as good as theirs. Some people would say even a point for the Belgians, and they're pretty much as good as they're given. They've got the Finns in the last game that they will also be expecting to win. Let's just say it bluntly. Belgians are ranked number 1 in the FIFA listing. So they frankly should be expected to beat everybody. But it doesn't always work out that way, does it indeed? Let's have a look at the teams. I would normally say, let me know if you can see me, hear me loudly, clearly. I apologise again. We're having connection problems. Likely StreamYard's end, although whenever I email them about it, it's never their fault. But there you go. What are you going to do, hey? What are you going to do? Let's have a look at the teams. That's what we're going to do. Let me make them a little bit bigger. There we go. We'll go full on massive, being I'm on small screen at the moment. Schmeichel in goal for the Danes, the Leicester City goalkeeper. Remember, they lost that opening game to Finland after the stoppage and the suspension and all of the drama with Christian Eriksen and all of that horrible stuff going on. Across the back, Vestergaard, who we're familiar with from Southampton, Simon Kjær of Milan, and Andreas Christensen of Chelsea, who's obviously just been in a Champions League winning squad, hasn't he? There, the back three, plenty of calibre in there, you'd have to say, across the pitch. Probably the most calibre in the team across the keeper and back three. Although, no mugs out at wing-back. Daniel Vass of Valencia and Joachim Meiler are statutory Atalanta player. There has to be one in every game. It's the rules of the Euros. I think Delaney and Højbjerg are the central midfield pair of Dortmund and Spurs. Damsgaard will join them in the middle of Sampdoria. Up top, Braithwaite, who used to play for Middlesbrough, now plays for Barcelona. There you go. All good fun. Yusuf Poulsen of Leipzig is the other striker. Let me know what you think of that Danish lineup. Any players to watch? We'll have a little look at the bench. Manager Kasper Hjulmand, Lossell, who was on loan at Everton, isn't he? He was on loan at Huddersfield, wasn't he? Rønnow, Anderson, Zanker, Skirv, Olsen, Larsen, Norgard and Jensen of Brentford. We're familiar with Dolberg, Cornelius, and Vind is your Danish team. For the Belgians, the stacked Belgians, who are very fancied in this tournament, Courtois of Real Madrid in goal, obviously familiar to us from his days at Chelsea. Alderweireld, Denayer and Vertonghen of Spurs, Lyon and Benfica across the back. Meunier, who came on and had quite the impact as substitute in the opening game against the Russians for the Danes, and Hazard of both of Dortmund, in fact, a Dortmund pair of wing-backs to match up with Delaney, their teammate on the other side. As well, Dendoncker and Tielemans of Leicester and Wolves, a couple of Premier League players there. And the front three of Mertens, it was reasonably quiet, the Napoli right winger, and Carrasco with Romelu Lukaku. Many people's favourite for the Golden Boot is your number 9, and he already has 2 goals. He's got a couple of pretenders to his crown, I have to say. We now have 2 Italians, don't we? Immobile and Locatelli on 2. We have Cristiano Ronaldo. I hear he's got a future in the game on 2. And also there's one other player. Someone's going to tell me in the comments. Somebody else has got 2 goals, haven't they? And I can't remember who it is. Let me have a little scan down here. I'm determined to remember now. Netherlands, the Czechs, English, Scottish, Slovak, Spain. No. Is that all the players on 2? I think maybe I've got all of them and I'm imagining it. Never mind. Right. I'm going to try and go to full screen. Again, my apologies if the picture is pixelated. Hopefully it will indeed right itself as we go. Davey, welcome. Napper's mum, legend. Leeds 2021. Chris, Mr. E is here. Liam is here. Here and gone, I think, by the look of it. We'll see him soon. Jake, Bremner's Ghost, Annie, hello. Yeah, can hear me loud and clear. Never mind about the other stuff. Bits, I feel this will be one-way traffic. Belgium can easily score 3 or 4. Interesting. Statutory Atalanta player. Very much so. What else are we saying in the chat? Yarmolenko, has he got 2 now? There we go. The Ukrainian fella. Actually, can I bring up a top scorers? Top players. There you go. I think I can do it on the other screen. Goals. Oh, Patrick Schick, of course. Deary me. Schick, Lukaku, Ronaldo, Locatelli, Yarmolenko, Yaremchuk, and Immobile, all on 2 goals. Unbelievable. Welcome to Barney and Tony. There we go. Oh, that's Bits Bet today. Patrick Schick, we got there in the end. Right. Thank you for being patient with the picture. Obviously, very frustrating. This end, we do all we can. We spend money on the internet connection and the subscription to StreamYard, but sometimes, I'm afraid, we get some problems. We even close everything down on our machine and log off and log back on again. But hey, it appears we're in the lap of the gods sometimes. So I will go back to the small screen picture and we will look at things like that until the picture hopefully rights itself. And it is time for the national anthems. Belgium first, Romelu Lukaku, encouraging everybody to link arms. In the meantime, I will be incredibly crass over the Belgian national anthem and do some plugs. Make sure you keep your comments coming in. Have your say in the comments. Share your knowledge. Drive the debate. As ever, I'll read the best ones. Make sure you like the stream. Hit the thumbs up button, whichever platform it is that you are watching on. And let's do a live subscriber check. Despite comments about watched kettles not boiling, I'm going to do it anyway. 17,330 subscribers. We're trying to get to 17,400. So every little helps. If you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe and ring the bell. You can also support via Super Chat and Super Stickers at any point. Think of it as I'm your waiter. And you might give me a tip if you enjoyed my service during this watch along. And one more time, apologies if the picture is not crystal clear. Connection and equipment reliable, but the StreamYard server is an issue out of my control. Let's keep the chat on the football and hopefully things will right themselves as we go. Unfortunately, I'll stay on small screen until I see a decent signal coming in from StreamYard. Let's say hi to Mr. Radio Floyd. Welcome along. And welcome along Patricia in the chat as well. I think we said hello to everyone. Is the stadium full? I don't know if we're at maximum occupancy. Where even are we today? Copenhagen, a home game for the Danes. Looks pretty full to me, although behind those two ladies we just saw were, so maybe they've just done their social distancing quite cleverly. Who knows? I should point this out. Alioski on the goal scoring charts today. What we should probably do is just have a little look across at North Macedonia's group that you can see there. So another 3-3-3 group over there. Netherlands and Austria we will be covering at 8 p.m. Of course, Austria, Ukraine, also on 3 points. The Macedonians have lost both games so far, but whilst they are within 3 points of third place, they are mathematically still in it. Netherlands versus Austria tonight. A draw puts the cat amongst the pigeons. Netherlands most of the way there. Wasn't a bad game earlier. Yes, I kept my powder dry. I can do 2 games a day, but I can't do 3. So just kept my eye on the Twitter notifications and whatnot over there. Right. ITV have gone to their last ad break. So we will head back over to our screenshot there. Again, apologies. I'll stay on small screen until we get some idea that the connection has sorted itself out. Imagine it doesn't, hey? Would be a very, very, very long night, given we're going to be doing 2 over 2-hour streams tonight. Thank you again all for your patience. Keep the chat full of debate and ideas and your knowledge. And why don't we get to predictions in this one? Let me know your predictions. Get your predictions in. It is Denmark versus Belgium in Copenhagen. The Belgians favourites. Well, you get your predictions in. I'll do a quick plug. We've got a new URL for our merchandise, www.benjaminbloommerch.store, to grab some merchandise. A great way to both support and represent our growing community. T-shirts, hoodies, phone cases, mugs available. Make sure to send me a picture if you do get involved there. And you can join up on Patreon, patreon.com/BenjaminBloom. Support the channel on a monthly basis over there if you feel you can. And get yourself a little bit of extra content. Social media. Follow on Twitter and Instagram at Benjamin Bloom on both. All these streams are live on Facebook, so you can contact me privately at Benjamin Bloom Music at gmail.com. Remember to hit that subscribe button. Again, sincerest apologies here. We are waiting for the connection to sort itself out as the players take the knee. And interesting there, we see the Danish players just applauding rather than taking the knee. Interesting. We've seen every single way, standing still, taking arms, all of this business now as we kick off in our first game on the channel today. In Group B, it is Denmark versus Belgium in Copenhagen, and we are go. As Murray Walker, the late great F1 commentator, would love to say. Let's see some predictions here. 4-0, crikey. 3-1, 2-2. Hard to know how those Belgians will react. Danish will react. Absolutely, it is, isn't it? 2-1 Belgium, 1-1. 3 or 4 penalties missed so far, yes. See if that parlays into shootouts. 2-1 Belgium, 2-0 Belgium. Belgium by a street. How big is a street? Well, we'll find out. Again, apologies if the picture is not crystal clear. Hopefully, things will all right themselves out. And you can see me in glorious Technicolor as we go, but we won't risk that just yet, and we'll stay on the shared screen. Here, the offside flag is up. In fact, it was Braithwaite making the run down the right-hand side, but caught offside. Let me know if you want a timestamp, and we will get you one. And the Belgians have possession. Tielemans into Denea. Horrible giveaway by Denea. It's going to be a chance. And the Danes have taken the lead after 1 minute and 40 seconds. Yusuf Poulsen gives the Danes the lead, and they were fast asleep. The Belgians, is a horrible ball out by Denea at the back. Complete giveaway straight onto Poulsen. Rather, it was played through, I think, by Højbjerg. And Poulsen, it's a good finish with the right foot into the corner. And that's probably the earliest goal we've had in the tournament so far. Dreadful pass by Denea. Højbjerg jumps onto it, onto Poulsen, and they punish them in the worst way. The Belgians horribly, horribly caught out now. And I believe, as things stand, we have a 3-3-3-3 group. There we go. There's your live league table. Everybody is on 3 points as things stand. And Yusuf Poulsen has given Denmark the lead, after 1 minute and 40 seconds. Woof. What do you guys think of that in the chat? Goodness me. The Danes lead after 1 minute and 40 seconds. Oh, in comes the cross, and there's a chance at the other end immediately. Tielemans, it was either a underhit shot or a very kind of shallow cross. It's a flicked header, and it's unable, the direction of the ball doesn't change enough to wrong foot Kasper Schmeichel. Pretty busy start to this one then, guys. Unbelievable. Let's have a look at some reflections on that one. 1-0. Unbelievable. That's why I'll stick to Conkers from now. And a lot of predictions out early doors. Absolutely well done, Denmark. Did I say Belgium? There we go. Incredible. Well, that was a rubbish prediction. Hey, look, you're not going to be the only one that's got caught there. QPR forever. A very, very early goal in this one. And here come the Danes down the right-hand side. Højbjerg again crosses that one in. And in they come from the left-hand side. Myler, is he in? Oh, it's gone loose. And, the Belgians are all at sea. Myler, the left wing-back, was in, and he almost had too much time, didn't he? Here they come again. Oh, it's crossed in low for Braithwaite on the near post. Oh, my goodness me. Belgium completely at 6s and 7s here. And it's a decent save in the end by Courtois. Would you believe it? Just gets the run of it through from Alderweireld, but God, they need to fix up, look smart here, the Belgians, because the Danes are absolutely all over them. Does this mean Denmark will sit back for 88 minutes? Doesn't look like it. Welcome, Russell. Denmark are up for this. Belgium crumbling already. Certainly haven't started the game very well at all, have they, the Belgians? Fed down the line again to Mala. Crosses to the back post. Vass arriving, headers down. What is going on here? What is going on? They've remembered their Vikings. Yes, indeed. Brilliant stuff. 5 minutes 42 on the clock. That was crossed to the back post. Vass on the arriving of Valencia. Gets the header. Just can't get enough power on it, can he? Goodness me. The ball is through with Courtois, and the Belgians need to compose themselves, string a few passes together and get some kind of foothold in this game that they're completely not in at the moment. Lukaku flicks it up in the air. It's headed away by Delaney and helped out by Dendoncker over to Meunier at right wing back. And the Belgians, they just look a bit punch drunk at the moment, don't they? Looks like a foul there on Braithwaite. What a start. Still working out who's playing in red and who's in white. Yeah, you would think it would be, spot the world number one in the FIFA rankings in this game. And you certainly wouldn't think it was Belgium from the first 6 or 7 minutes. Let's see how calm and composed they are. Remember, the sign of a good team, go behind, keep calm, get your foothold, and in the end, and go on and win the game. But is that likely at the moment? Not looking like it. The Danes well on top. So pleased for the Danes. This is electric. It's a great start, Jack, isn't it? Højbjerg knocks it forward. Damsgaard. Down the line it goes. Mahler, who had that chance, could have made it 2-0, honestly. Again, apologies. We're still having now, like half an hour's worth of connection issues. Hopefully they will right themselves, but we're just going to soldier on and we'll keep chatting football in the chat and I'll stay on the small screen. Danes are playing very, very well. Yeah. Aren't they just? It's a good finish that by Poulsen, wasn't it? Hard and low, into the corner. Rudimentary stuff, but Courtois, even with that huge reach of his, couldn't get to the shot. And there is Kasper Hjulmand, the Danish manager, and another Kasper Schmeichel celebrating that early goal. Here's Poulsen. Oh, it's taken a little deflection, double sliding tackle there between Mahler and Dendoncker. Dendoncker just about gets onto it. And crikey, look at this, 64% possession. The Danes already in 8 minutes have 1.06 expected goals. What a start. Incredible. Thank you, Russ, for the support. Don't you apologise for other people creating new issues. Well, basic politeness and stops the complaints, doesn't it, Russ? But thank you very much for the support. And when are we going to see this framed shirt of yours, buddy? Excited to see that. Here is Meunier. Denea, who really of all players now needs to keep his composure after a dreadful pass for the mistake. Gibbler. I look better on the small screen. There you go. Actually, I probably should do my top button up there. Nobody wants to see that. The important thing is we get your excellent commentary, and I'll try and keep focused on that rather than looking at the meter that tells me how good the connection is here. Welcome back, Liam. Stream's always better with Liam in it, isn't it, eh? Carrasco, first touch for the Atletico winger. Probably says a lot about how the game started with 10 minutes in and Belgium have barely had a single attacking phase in the game. And to be fair, I'm wrong about that. There was that one half cross, half shot by Tielemans, but no good. Oh, nice one, Russ. Get that work done. Get booked in. Hele Denmark Ermed Dig Christian. I assume that means get well soon, Christian. So I will join in that round of applause. And best of luck to Christian Eriksen, who obviously the whole of the football world is behind. And we've actually stopped the game. I didn't realise this was going to happen. Romelu Lukaku looked very emotional there, a teammate of Christian Eriksen's. Great stuff. And on we go. Denmark 1, Belgium 0. And captain Vertonghen. Just put some of your applause up there. Super stuff. All of Denmark are with you, Christian, it says. From Finn Christensen, who probably speaks better Danish than I do. Thank you. Thank you. Get your applause up in the chat for Christian Eriksen. Here is Dendoncker in the midfield for Belgium. Dinea, Vertonghen, Carrasco. It's not back into Torgan Hazard, a pair of Dortmund wingbacks on the pitch for the Belgians today. And it's knocked over the top. Yeah, extra minute on at the end of the half. I'm sure UEFA have made sure that that's going to happen. Although the Belgians probably won't want an extra minute at the moment, will they? Here is Poulsen, the goal scorer. Oh, lovely looking cross by Poulsen. Oh, and it was Damsgaard arriving. He's pretty well marshalled in the end. Nice looking cross by Poulsen, who's having an excellent game, isn't he? Good cover by Meunier, the wing-back, who you want to see getting across into those central positions. Let me know your thoughts on a pretty inspired performance so far by the Danish. Denmark 1, Belgium 0. Denmark, good value. They've been all over Belgium from the word go, really, haven't they? Oh, now Braithwaite chases in behind and he's beaten Alderweireld. He comes inside again, low cross, cleared away. What's going on here? This really could get away from the Belgians, and you would not be surprised if Denmark went 2-0 up if things carry on as is. The Belgians really need to pop this balloon that is the Denmark momentum at the moment. Dendoncker, I was going to say, he looks the one player who looks fairly composed, but he's just been rushed into missing his chance. Missing his pass. And puts it out of play. 14 minutes on the clock. And I think I'm probably tempting fate here. I can go to the big screen, can I? Oh, dearie me, it's immediately stopped as I've gone. We'll try and stick with that. No, we won't. I'm going to go back. This Belgian chance is suspect. This Belgian defence, suspect and can be got at. Denmark are possessed at the moment, but that is the risk if Lukaku gets a chance. He will score. Do you think they will bring KDB on? Yes, if he's anyway fit, they'll need him, won't they? Belgians look vulnerable. Agree with all of those comments, to be honest, as they've come in. Good work, you lot in the chat. Hazard tries a little flick. Closed down by Vas down the right-hand side. Thrown in by Hazard again. And Poulsen's got it high up the pitch for the Danes. Delaney. Vestergaard. Do you know, I've barely mentioned the centre-halves for the Danes because they just haven't had the ball yet, have they? All been tested. Braithwaite played through. They're in behind again. Poulsen. Oh, what was he doing? Some kind of dinked. I don't even know if it was a shot in the end, but they're giving them a chase in here. Belgium are getting hammered here. Make no bones about that. It's a dreadful pass by Poulsen, who's played really well, obviously. But, I mean, it's not just possession. They're cutting through them. Do you know what I mean? It's the ease they're getting through that's a bit scary if you're a Belgian fan at the moment. Here's Mahler. Crosses in. Poulsen on the near post. Tries to direct the header at goal. It's a corner. It's a goal kick. And I believe, is that the sixth shot now? So I don't know if Sofa scores up to date there with 5. We've only played 16 minutes. A very surprising turn of events here. Worst cross of the tournament so far. I think we can get behind that. One-way traffic, agreed. Really good from the Danes. Evening to Alistair, welcome along. Always good to have you regulars in the chat. Lifeblood of the channel, you guys. And I thank you very, very much for that. Here is Vass. Vass knocks it inside. Delaney out wide left to Marla. Damsgaard back to Marla, and the Belgians win it back. Belgians looking like they had a late night on the leffy. I mean, we need to give the Danes some credit, but Belgium, just not here, are they, at all? Den Donker. Belgium are going to hope it stays 1-0 because, with the amount of quality they've got, not just in their team, but in their squad, there will be a period where they will be on top for probably longer than 15, 20 minutes. So if you're a Danish fan, you're hoping things stay the same, or you're really hoping for that second goal. Denmark look like the number 1 ranked team, not Belgium. Agreed. Braithwaite inside. Højbjerg takes his time. Spurs central midfielder. Out it goes to Vestergaard. It's clipped down the line by Christensen. Vertonghen boots it clear. How old is Jan Vertonghen? Someone will probably beat me in the chat, but if I look on the other screen, it'll tell me that Jan Vertonghen is 34 years old, the Benfica centre-half. He probably played a couple of 100 games for Spurs, didn't he? As well, Vertonghen being tested right now, the captain of the Danes. Højbjerg. His cross is charged down. It's with Christensen, who's high up the pitch. Christensen again. Højbjerg. Delaney tries the diagonal. One of several Dortmund players on the pitch. I mean, I say several. There's 3. 34. In his prime. Should be for a centre-half, shouldn't he? Hey? I shouldn't, but let's use the standard set by Cristiano Ronaldo for physicality for a 36-year-old. That's probably unfair, isn't it? The machine. Carrasco. Hazard trying to get it back to Carrasco. Vass helped on to Højbjerg. Good feet. Back to Vass, the Valencia wing-back. Down the right. Inside to Poulsen, the goal scorer. Taken off him by Mertens, who's had a quietish tournament. Feels like I'm picking on him a little bit, but didn't really get into the game, I didn't think, against the Russians. Let's see if he can prove me wrong today. In the centre circle is Den Donker. Den Donker plays it out wide right. And it's with Dinea, who made that horrible mistake for the goal. Just 1 minute and 40 seconds into this one. Lukaku. Lukaku tries to switch it wide. And the Danes come away with it. Damsgaard to Poulsen. They're playing so well, the Danes, aren't they? Big switch of play looking for Braithwaite. He's got 2 Belgians on him. And Vertonghen is going to shepherd that one out. Let's see if I go to that view, how blurry the picture is now. Doesn't look good, does it? Let's go back to that one. My apologies again. The prime window is extending these days. CR7 is a ridiculous specimen. Isn't he just? I'm often talking, Jack, with a great Sheffield United shirt there, I have to say. I often use the term unfair standard or held to a high standard. Holding players to the physical standard of Cristiano Ronaldo is probably unfair, isn't it? I do admit. And England tomorrow, speaking of impossibly high standards, Gareth Southgate goes up against the Scots. Indeed. And we'll all be watching. Come and join us tomorrow night. And remember, Netherlands, Austria at 8 p.m. on the channel. Later, CR7 sounds like an anabolic steroid. Actually, I'll be interested in your thoughts there. Alistair says, do you think Ronaldo could go to 40? Yes. Give me a number in the chat. How long do you think Cristiano Ronaldo can play in a top league? Because I think, given that man's amazing mentality and fitness, if he doesn't get a bad injury at any point, I think he'll be keen to, break records and be that guy who's still playing and so fit. I think he could. I think he could just change all kinds of records, and he could even, if he wanted to, even drop down a level. I know he's been just to keep scoring those goals, but I think given the standards he set, he won't tolerate playing at anything other than the top level. Yeah, look, 42-41. Sheringham played to 42. Yeah, 37. It's only one more year, Lee, 2021. The interesting one would be Alan Shearer. Do you remember after the injuries that Alan Shearer got? And he was very clever, and he worked with Sir Bobby, didn't he, on just playing the width for the penalty area, retired from international, changed his game. I wonder whether Ronaldo will start to go completely just a total number 9. And he's worked towards that through his career as well, hasn't he? So Matthew Pritchard from Dirty Sanchez is 10 Ironmans in a row, and he's 47. There you go. Cristiano could probably do 10, couldn't he? I don't know. Mick Harford is a beast of a spell. I met Mick Harford, actually. What a lovely man as well. Portuguese Stanley Matthews. Yeah. Did you see some of those clips of Stanley Matthews out on the wing? Still played when he was like 60 or something, didn't he? Incredible. The Championship is the top level. Just a question of Ronaldo's choice of club. I think we can all get behind the fact that Cristiano Ronaldo is very welcome in the Championship, and we will all pay to watch that for sure. Sorry, I got a bit distracted there. Good debate. How long will Ronaldo play for? Let me know what you think. The ball is back with Thibaut Courtois. We are over a quarter of the way through this now. And the Belgians are not in the game at all. I know the possession says 51-49. Look at the attack momentum graph. I could probably point to it up and that way. You can see it. That tells you everything you need to know, I think, doesn't it? Goodness me. The Danes have it at the back. Delaney knocks it out to Vestergaard, and it's in down the left-hand side now. Looking for Poulsen. Denea steps out. Vass hits the shot. Did that take a deflection? He'd come across very central, the right wing-back, Vass. Don't think we're going to get a replay. Kjær has won it back, the captain. Here's Poulsen. Poulsen to Højbjerg. Højbjerg gets it back. Tries a diagonal, looking for Poulsen. Good header away by Vertonghen. And it's going to go out for a Belgium throw over in the right back area. You can see Ronaldo being a player manager in a few years. I miss the days of player managers. Remember Glenn Hoddle at Swindon taking the mick and getting them promoted whilst being the manager? Kenny Dalglish won the double as player manager and scored the winning goal to win the league. Brilliant. Throw in to the Danes, who have been pretty spotless in this half so far, haven't they? And a free kick now. Munier fouls Mahler. They usually get yellow cards, don't they? The clear pull back with the arms. But they've let that one go. Free kick from the left flank. It looks like it's going to be swung in with the right foot of Daniel Vass. In it comes, headed clear on the near post by Dendoncker. It's going to be another throw-in for Denmark. Denmark 1, Belgium 0. Flying start by the Danes. Poulsen stamping on Denaya's mistake and giving Denmark the lead early on in this game. Another free kick here. This one conceded by Mertens. Can they get the second goal, I guess, is the question. They certainly look the more likely. If you're a Belgian fan, you're probably in just get to half-time mode now, aren't you? Deary me. I did not watch Ukraine and North Macedonia. Free kick comes in, poor one from Vass. Easy catch for Thibaut Courtois. And here come the Belgians down the left-hand side. Carrasco in a foot race with Christensen. Christensen just gets there first. We're just having, I don't know if VAR's having a look at that. Two arms around. Oh no, it's the wrong penalty box, wasn't it? They just replayed. Tielemans being pulled down in the box, but he was defending the set play, not attacking it. Let's cautiously go full screen and see how the connection holds up. Nope, we are really, really struggling for connection today. My apologies, everybody. Denmark 1, Belgium 0. And we are 30 minutes in. The Danes, very, very good value for their lead. I'm sure you would all agree. Keep your comments coming in. Have your say. Share your knowledge. Drive the debate. We'll read out the best ones on the screen. Also, please hit like. Even if the pitch is dreadful today, still hit like. Try and drive some people to our stream, of course. Here is Carrasco. Carrasco comes down the left, tries to beat Vass, and Højbjerg doubled up, but he has won a corner. Carrasco is going to take the corner as well from the left-hand side, right-footed. Oh, he's gone in short. Hazard knocks it across to Tielemans. Back to Hazard. I don't know what they're trying here. Romelu Lukaku saying, why didn't you not cross the ball in? It's gone all the way out again to Hazard. And they've won a throw-in, I think, or is it another corner? Bit of a waste there, I have to say. And I suspect this one's going straight in the box. Here it is, another corner. Here it comes from Carrasco, right-footed. Puts this one in, single-handed punch from Kasper Schmeichel, who gets it clear. Poulsen knocks it off, but it's won back by Vertonghen, who switches the play out to Hazard. Hazard knocks it inside. Tielemans. Down the line comes Meunier, the right wing back, trying to cross for Lukaku. I think it's not a great cross. He had two heads to dip that one over and didn't get it past the first one. Nodded away. Don't be tight. Give him a like. Damn straight. Love the Macedonians. Sadly, they lost again, though, didn't they? A second defeat for North Macedonia in this tournament. Just seeing that punch by Schmeichel again. Poulsen had thrown himself in to try and head it away as well, but Schmeichel just stepped out. Am I doing Netherlands, Austria? Yes, I am, and hopefully with a more reliable stream than I've got at the moment. Cross goes in to the back post, looking for Poulsen again. And there's the clearance up to Lukaku. Do you think the home crowd, which is very noisy, have the Belgians rattled? Possibly, but that's no excuse for players of their quality bits. If it has got them rattled, then they're really out of practice in playing in front of a crowd, aren't they? Here comes Damsgaard, sticks it across the box. It's cleared out. Damsgaard's got it again, edge of the box. He's gone into the box. Damsgaard, left-footed, not far past the post. The chances continue to rack up for the Danes. Damsgaard wanted to do it all by himself there. Just curved it. We saw Kylian Mbappe try that one, didn't he? Stuck in the corner, but it was disallowed for offside, wasn't it? Unlucky. Damsgaard. Don't think Courtois has got the entire corner covered. And they're going to play out from the back again. Be careful, Belgium. That's already backfired once. Lukaku is battling with Kjaer. Inter versus AC Milan. And there is the clearance by Vas, who's had a decent game at right wing back, hasn't he? He's popped up several times on the ball. Okay, we're going to try one more time. I'm going to click the button gently and I'm going to go to full screen. I'm going to cross my fingers like that. Give me a fingers crossed emoji in the chat, guys. That our stream is behaving properly. Guys, honestly, thank you so much for being so patient with me. 35 minutes plus 10 minutes build-up of crappy picture. I do thank you. Let's put one of those up. There we go. Is it work? Oh no, I think it's crapped out again. Oh man. My apologies. It was nice while it lasted, wasn't it? 36 on the clock. Will your goodwill override the technology, guys? Only goes so far, but I do appreciate it. Delaney crosses in, left-footed to the back post. Paulson tries to roll his man. He doesn't succeed. Mertens can't quite get there ahead of Vestergaard. Throw in to Belgium. And it's not that Denmark have the better players. They don't. They have greater intensity. They're first to the ball. They've used the ball better. They're playing at a higher tempo. And I do think scoring that early goal has really boosted them as well. And that is the beauty of team sport. Mertens clears up the line, only as far as Højbjerg, who's been in the right place at the right time. Quite a lot. By the way, Belgium are playing. Finland have a slight chance. Yes, they do. We'll see how the rest of this group pans out, won't we? As things stand, everybody on 3 points. Oh, nice back heel there by Braithwaite, who's very deep, I have to say. Christensen for the Danes. Damsgaard has gone down. There's a throw in to the Belgians, which Torgan Hazard will take. Hazard throws it in to Lukaku. Mertens out to Meunier. Meunier down the right. Get some help from Mertens. We've got 3-4 in the box here. Carrasco's come from the left to join in. They're really just not at it at the moment, Belgium. Am I nervous for the England-Scotland game? Of course. I'd be nervous if it was England-Lithuania, for goodness sake. But yes, what about you, Owen? Stefan, welcome, my friend. Lots of new faces in the chat. Yes. Tremendous. Eden Hazard is on the... Oh, did we mention him? I don't think we did we? Do you know, I'm not sure. No, he's not. Oh, yes, he is. Sorry. He's certainly not on the Denmark bench where I was looking. What an idiot. Denier. And it goes to Carrasco, who has switched wings now. Mahler is going to get there first. And here is Denier. Vertonghen. Then Donker. Meunier. Clip in for Lukaku, who must have only had about 2 touches for sure. Here is Denier. Hazard. Now here is Lukaku. Holds it up. Lukaku trying to play it onto Carrasco. Hazard backing him up, but the Danes have got it clear. Damsgaard tries to get out, but he's run it out of play. Denier. Vertonghen. Denier. Alderweireld. Back to Denier. Belgium's improving now. Can they create something? 0.06 on the XG says Sofa score, which is as good as nothing. Lukaku, so strong. Oh, great play by Lukaku. What a monster. He got the advantage and then he gave the ball away. Did so well in the first instance, though. Great tackle back by Mertens. Here's Lukaku again. Not going to get away with that one. Excellent from Romelu Lukaku there. In the first instance, he powered his way through about 3 separate Danish defenders and then just gets caught the second time. We're seeing his first action there where the referee played the advantage. Here's the second one. Simon Kerr. It's almost like the free kick was for the second one because he didn't get the advantage, but there you go. So, free kick to the right-hand side of the box, which Carrasco is going to take. Doesn't look like a very sensible position to shoot from. So I'd imagine this is going to be swung to the back post, unless Carrasco's got something very creative up his sleeve. Carrasco, yeah, it's a poor ball. He kind of hits a fairly firm cross into the back post over everybody's head. And out it goes. Schmeichel has the ball. Awful free kick. Poor delivery. Lukaku is Belgium's lifeline for this game. Anyone in the chat think they can pull Denaya's hair off? I certainly couldn't. Damsgaard wins the foul just by the centre circle. How many minutes of stoppage time are we going to get? Without sounding crass, we will definitely get the 10th minute added on in stoppage time, so we'll get an extra one than we normally would. Other than that, there hasn't been too much in the way of stoppages, has there? I'm trying to think. Delaney is now chasing back. Carrasco's breaking for the Belgians. And the Danes have just won everything, haven't they? Christensen, Delaney, Vass. Early one forward. Surely he's offside. Poulsen. Flag stays down. Poulsen down the right-hand side. Poulsen into the box. Oh, it opened up. He hits the shot left-footed. I thought it hit Denayer, actually. And deflected out for a corner. These Belgian centre-halves do give you the idea that if you have a player who can dribble, you might get some joy. I don't think that did hit Denayer, so I think the referee's called that one correctly. Oh, nice turn. And into the channel now. Here is Lukaku. There is only this single minute stoppage time, and we've only got 15 seconds of that to go. You have to toss a long throw into the box, else that whistle's going to go. And the clock's going to beat them. You got to beat the clock. You got to beat the clock. Here's Meunier. Takes the throw. All eyes on the referee. And there is the half-time whistle in a slightly surprising first half in Copenhagen. The fancied Belgians are behind 1-0 to the Danes, who took the lead very early in the game. And the Danes really have dominated that half. 9 shots to 1, you can see. 1.33 to 0.06 on the XG. They've been first to every ball. They've had the territory. They've had the chances. They've been very, very good. Where did that performance come from for Denmark? And you give me your ideas. How much is it the Danes playing well? How much is it the Belgians not turning up? Really, doesn't matter, because the net result is that our group is left like that. It's Group B that the Belgians and the Danes are competing in, obviously. And as things stand, we're going to get a very interesting final day. 3-3-3-3. I remember the Finns play the Belgians and the Danes play the Russians on the last day. So very, very impressive stuff from Denmark in that first half. My apologies again for the 1000th time about the picture. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my 2-minute break, and I'm going to go and turn some other stuff off in the house that might be using internet. I'll do anything now to try and figure out what the hell's going on. So we are going to head off for a break. Don't go anywhere. I'll see you back in 2 minutes, and hopefully we can get to a full-size screen at some point. So get your questions in the meantime, and I'll see you back in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere, guys. I mean, you can, but make sure you come back, because the stream will be returning in a couple of minutes. If you haven't already, and you're not going anywhere, hit subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications on the Benjamin Bloom channel. Like this stream. Keep your comments coming. And if you want, you can give it a share. And what better place to go and share than over on Twitter, where you can find me at Benjamin Bloom. Lots of stuff goes down that feed. And if you ever need to contact me, the DMs are open. Forgive me, it might take a couple of days to get through all of them. At Benjamin Bloom on Twitter. You can also support us over at our Teespring store, www.benjaminbloommerch.store. Don't forget the 2 M's in a row. Buy yourself a t-shirt, a mug, phone case, hoodies, all sorts of good stuff over there. Great way to represent our community over here. If you do get something, make sure you send me a picture over on Twitter, in fact, and I will get that retweeted. You can also support over on Patreon, www.patreon.com/BenjaminBloom. A direct way to support my work here monthly. Get yourself a little bit of extra content each month. And thank you to everybody on Patreon. We really could not have got through what has been happening in the world without you. Before we return, get those comments filled up. Questions, topics, etc. And enjoy the rest of the stream. Here we go. Hello again, everybody. Welcome back. Let's attempt to go full screen. How are we looking? Give it one of them in the chat if you want us to stay full screen. I just made a couple of tweaks. I don't want to tempt fate here. I think we may be winning the battle. Fingers crossed. Apologies for the picture in that first half. But I think we might be in better shape now. It's Denmark 1, Belgium 0. And Belgium certainly weren't in good shape in that first half. Get your comments in. We will be here. Oh, beer shower. When the Danes scored, you're allowed to take your beer in. Yeah, that's exactly what would happen in every goal in England as well, wouldn't it? Denmark 1, Belgium 0. Get your comments in. Danes good value for their lead. And as we've said, that would put Group B into the very, very exciting position of the entire group all having 3 points going in to the last game, wouldn't it? Excuse me. Let's go to some of your comments. And we can go a bit freestyle, go a little bit free form in the halftime gap and talk about anything you want, really. You can be anything you want to be. Right. What are you saying, Chris? Denmark a bit wasteful. Belgium defence will prevent them from getting beyond the quarterfinals. Need to bring De Bruyne and the other Hazard on at half time. That's the issue, isn't it? When you have, and I mean, let's be fair. When we call Denmark an underdog, hashtag they're no mugs. We're talking about Milan players, and there's Premier League players, Chelsea, Spurs, Southampton, Leicester, Barcelona players, but they are an underdog. And you just hope, for the sake of the Danes, who had a really good half, that one goal is enough. Because if the pendulum swings in the second half, one goal is gone just like that, isn't it? Very good half from us, Finn. But I expect to see a much better Belgian team after the break. And we're in, they couldn't be much worse territory, because it's just been all Denmark, hasn't it? Frankly, they've had, I think the we had one shot in the numbers, didn't we? But I think that was when Carrasco sort of curled it in, didn't he? Or was it Tielemans, and someone kind of got a little header? It wasn't a shot, was it? Or a chance of any note. Other than that, they've created absolutely nothing. Are Belgians still the number one ranked team in the world? Yeah, they will be, and that won't change until the end of this tournament. They're all locked in for sure, aren't they? Thoughts on Angus Gunn going to Norwich? At least Wembley's sending far with a gun. There you go. Very nice. Yeah, good keeper. Seemed a good fit, didn't it, when he was on there on loan before. Tim Krul's not going to go on forever. Would improve the squad. What I would say is it's not a position that Norwich need to strengthen, because they've got a very good goalkeeper, haven't they, who's Premier League ready. So, yes, it improves the squad. Does it improve the first team? No. And they would need other signings. But, hey, they may well come for sure. Right, what else are you saying in the chat? Much better, we hope, David. Don't think Vass and Mal can keep it up for the whole match. Been using a lot of energy. What's the bench like in terms of depth at wing-back then, Finn? Evening, Purple Bungalow. Have I missed a good one so far? Yeah, I'd say so. The Danes playing very, very well. The Belgians not at it at all. A giveaway, but don't let the mistake from Dinea mask the fact that Denmark are very good value for their lead, and it could easily have been more than a goal that they got in the first half. More than a feeling. Mark, thoughts on Bristol City being linked to Matty James and Andy King? Stroke of genius or a sign of lack of ideas from Nigel Pearson? Bring back the Leicester old boys. I don't know. You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't, aren't you? In your manager, it's like if you bring in players that you know, if people are praising you, they say you've got good contacts, and if they're criticising you, they say it's jobs for the boys and a lack of imagination. So, look, Matty James knows the Championship very well from last season. Played for Barnsley and Coventry in the Championship, didn't he? So, yeah, that would be a good sign. And you would hope. He was on a good whack at Leicester, wasn't he? Andy King feels like a player who hasn't done a lot for a few years. I don't know how unfair that is. Let me know what you think. But Matty James, I think, would certainly improve Bristol City and be a good player for them. And I think Nigel Pearson will be looking for, quote, characters, won't he? And I think Matty James is possibly one of them. Lewis, listening to an interview with Baiano, he was saying how close Baggio was to joining Derby in the late 90s. Wow, that'd have been something. I'm assuming you're talking about Roberto Baggio, not Dino Baggio. Yeah, that would have been tremendous. Internet connection problems all day up and down the country. Well, I hope that's the case. Make me feel better about our problems we had in the first half. Dane's pressing has been good. Energy's been great, hasn't it? And look, it's Roberto Martinez, isn't it? Roberto Martinez's teams have always been slow in possession. And when it works, it's great and you've got control and, you just keep hold of that ball. But against a good press, when you're not quite at it, then, things can go south very, very quickly. How long do I think Ipswich will take to get Ipswich going again? Well, it's already been about nearly 20 years since Ipswich have really been going. So what's another couple? Let's just say hopefully the sooner the better. Huth will be signing soon. Bringing the start that one again. Bringing the gang back together. Put my teeth back in, as my old biology teacher used to say. Will there be a transfer vid soon, Ben? I need to do one, don't I? Do you know what? Maybe I could do. I'm going to write it. I'm going to write it on the board. I promise you right now, we'll possibly get a transfer update done. I normally only need 8 to 10 transfers to do one. So, it's something that we'll look at. Been a little bit busy with the old Euros, but I think I'm in my stride now. Jack Marriott off to Hull. There's a good striker in there somewhere in Jack Marriott. If someone can get him going, it appears to be the only people that could get him going were Peterborough. And at championship level, never really managed to get a good run in the side at Derby or Sheffield Wednesday. Looks like Bright Samuel is leaving Turkey. Would you take him back? Yes. Depend on the circumstances you're left in and the deal that you could do. Just depends. It never looked like it was going to work. Where did he go? Fenerbahce. I must admit, I'm not familiar with the circumstances, but I didn't think he'd be there forever. Let's just say, Bright Samuel. I think it would be a good signing, but it would be too expensive. Going for George Cox as well, keeping the QPR theme going. How many first-team players do the promoted sides need to be competitive next season? Which league are you talking about? Are you talking about the League One teams up into the Championship? Often that jump up, if you've got momentum, you can ride that out for a bit, but you do need to add extra quality, of course. We're talking Peterborough, Hull and Blackpool, and you need to maintain at least the core of the team that got you there. Often promoted teams still have to sell one of their better players, needs must financially, and there are people with a lot bigger income that can come and take them off you, make you an offer you can't refuse. Robert Skov could be used as a left wing back. Yeah, we'll see how the Danes manage possible tiredness. Marriott, another Connor Washington. Yeah, some transfer fees were spent on Connor Washington, wasn't it? He was another Peterborough boy as well, wasn't he? You pay tax on strikers from Peterborough, but there's been some good ones. Ivan Toney, especially last season. Dwight Gale, Britta Sombalonga, Jack Marriott, Connor Washington. They have produced some excellent strikers and sold them on. Here come the Danes. Here come the Danes in Copenhagen, stepping out for the second half. I'm stepping out. It is Denmark 1, Belgium 0. An excellent showing in the first half from the Danes. There are your teams. We'll have a look and see if any subs are going to be made. More than likely the Belgians, if anyone's going to make a sub, would be the guys. Schmeichel in goal for the Danes. Christensen, Kjær, Vestergaard, Marley and Vass. Højbjerg, Delaney, Damsgaard, Braithwaite and Poulsen. For the Belgians, and we'll check and see if any subs are going to be coming on. There's a very drunk-looking Belgian fan nearly spilling his pint. Courtois. Oh, there is Kevin De Bruyne. Interesting. Coming to the tournament, not quite fit, but it feels like they couldn't do without him in the second half. We'll see who he's come on for. Alderweireld, Denier, Vertonghen, Hazard, Meunier, Dendoncker, Tielemans, Carrasco, Mertens, Lukaku. I can see Carrasco. Can I see Mertens? You think that would be the likely Kevin De Bruyne, one of the star players of our Premier League in England? Yeah, Mertens has come off. So you'd assume De Bruyne will play in one of those supporting positions off the front. Looks like off the right-hand side of Romelu Lukaku. What a player he is, De Bruyne. I'm sure we're all going to enjoy watching him in the second half. Danes will not be pleased to see him. I would have thought De Bruyne is on. Unbelievably tight in League One next season. I'm very excited. Belgians getting a pep talk from that fan. Yeah, right. If the result holds, yeah, everyone going into the last game on 3 points. Right, we are into the second half. Touch wood, I think I can stay on full screen now. And you won't have to see an image of SofaScore for the entire half. Apologies for the technical difficulties. In the first half, let me know if you want a time stamp. And we can get everything synced up. A throw-in to the Danes, who now have to contend with Kevin De Bruyne. Remember, they still have Eden Hazard on the bench. Headed away by Alderweireld. There's it was Damsgaard played into Højbjerg, who went over the top. Easy one for the Belgians, and Courtois knocks it on to Denier. Keep an eye on the Danes pressing. Will they adjust just a little bit to warn from tiredness? Meunier falls over in possession. Exactly how the first half started, with a Belgian mistake. That was followed immediately by a Danish goal. We'll do time sync at 47 then. If indeed you need one. I'm watching ITV on a TV feed. So if you're watching on ITV Hub on a smart TV, you'll probably be in a different place to me in the broadcast. Here's Meunier. Right, we're going to be at 47 minutes. I'll count you down 3, 2, 1 if you want to sync up. 3, 2, 1. Sync. Poulsen, Delaney down the left. Kjær. Christensen into Højbjerg. Højbjerg. Damsgaard. Poulsen. Delaney opens up. Delaney hits the shot low. Drags it wide to Courtois' left-hand side. All that talent Belgium have. Martinez managing them. Reminds me of Man United. I know what you mean. Well, we know that international management is a very, very bespoke thing, don't we? Feels like the more experience your manager gets, if you are barking up the right tree, the better they'll do. So, certainly been a manager for a while, hasn't he, Martinez? Here comes Carrasco down the left for the Belgians. De Bruyne just inside him. Carrasco tries to cut it back. Christensen gets the block on, and Avas, who'd followed Carrasco, clears. Here's Tielemans. Tielemans crosses in Mounier, and that is probably the best chance of the game for the Belgians. Tielemans crossed it in. Romelu Lukaku's watching on. You probably wanted him arriving on that. He tries to put too much on the header and loses completely any sense of direction he had with the header. But encouraging start to the second half from the Belgians. The bar is low from the first half, believe you me. De Bruyne, first touch for Kevin De Bruyne. Meunier, De Bruyne, Lukaku. Just got a foot on that Kjær. And the Danes have it again. Mahler, Højbjerg. Braithwaite chases. Did pretty well there. Courtois just nicked ahead. I think he was hoping to just knock that out to Alderweireld, but excellent determination from Braithwaite, who just kept chasing and chasing and chasing. Mahler, Højbjerg, Mahler. Inside it goes. Oh, good feet by Damsgaard, and he's fouled. Yeah, good refereeing. Free kick in a dangerous position for the Danes. Tielemans, I think, is the guy who's been penalised. No, he hasn't. It was the hands-on by Dendoncker. Oi, oi, Ben. Driving home from work. Hope you're well. Welcome along. I hope you're in traffic or someone else is holding the phone. Millwall FC. But you're very welcome, assuming all safety protocols are being adhered to in the van or the car. Come on the wall. Indeed. Okay, Damsgaard looks like a right-footed option here. Four-man Belgian Wool. Damsgaard hits the shot. That looked like it was a nice direction in terms of being inside the far post, but the Wool does the job. Dendoncker heads it away. And as the motorbike of my neighbours arrives, sorry if you can hear that. We continue. Mahler, good tackle by Meunier. And Kjær has it. And he's played it in the centre circle. Nice little switch there. And here is Damsgaard. Again, apologies for motorbike noises. It's fed through to Poulsen. And the ball is cleared. And here comes Lukaku down the right-hand side. Bit of space. This is where he's dangerous, Lukaku. Very good defending by Vestergaard. Lukaku, when he gets a run on someone, is pretty quick and very powerful, isn't he? Meunier is going to take the throw in. Here is Denea. Out it goes left, and De Bruyne comes in short to make the play. Good news for the Danes that he's dropping deep, but bad news if he does start getting lots of the ball. Alderweireld, Denea, Vertonghen, Hazard, Tielemans, good football. Tielemans drives forward in the 8. And Danes get a foot in, but the Belgian wins that back. Is my neighbour a Hell's Angel? Do you know, I don't know. It's probably a teenager with a little 125 that rattles a lot. I could look out the window and check. Just rather moan about it, I think. Lukaku is a nightmare for defenders at his best. Oh, yes. Tielemans tries to lift one over the top. He had a bit of space to run into, but elected to go with the early ball. Poulsen, foul. Takes the free kick quickly. Mahler inside. Højbjerg, nice feet. Tielemans wins it back. Then Donker, De Bruyne, early ball. Looking for Lukaku. Lukaku has got the wrong side. Oh, look at him go. Lukaku now into the box. Brilliant from Lukaku. De Bruyne. Touch. De Bruyne. Oh, what a lovely goal by the Belgians. The best of Belgium. Hazard has scored the goal. He arrived from left wing back. But if you wanted to typify the threat of the Belgians, you would say the running power of Lukaku and then just the brilliance of De Bruyne, who just had a cigar on in the box there, didn't he? Goodness me. Lukaku driving forward, touched by De Bruyne. Across it goes. Cool as you like. And it's knocked in by Thorgan Hazard. Denmark 1, Belgium 1. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. De Bruyne he just slows down, doesn't he, when everybody else is losing their head. What a player De Bruyne is. It was great running and power in the first instance from Lukaku, and Thorgan Hazard makes the finish. And the substitute, the world-class Kevin De Bruyne, makes the difference there. He's in the tournament for 10 minutes and he's already got an assist. Beautiful stuff. Good build-up. It's like watching MK Don. Stop it, Liam. He sets the game alight. De Bruyne, excellent. Thought it was offside. Good goal, wasn't it? Just as well. Great commentary. You've done this, but no, I haven't actually. Just only during this season. But there we go. Equaliser for Belgium. Form is temporary. Class is permanent. Lovely work. De Bruyne factor. Absolutely. Footballing beauty. De Bruyne really does define the term game changer. Yeah, just excellent. Lukaku powered away, didn't he? And De Bruyne, you just wonder what he's going to do when he gets in those positions. So many players, he just sees it so differently. Would just touch and hit the shot and the shot would get blocked or whatever. But, you know, he just takes his time, an extra touch than everyone thinks he needs. And then finds a tap-in for his opponent. He must be a joy to play with, De Bruyne, mustn't he? Tyson and Murin link up. That'd be nice, wouldn't he? That's what difference a world-class player makes. Very, very much so. Corner for the Danes. Taken short. In goes the cross. Nodded down. Went loose for a second there. 50-50. And, the Belgians don't like that. It looked a 50-50. But referee says foul. Give me a free kick to Denmark. Interested to see the replay of that one. Does Hazard catch Vass? You can let me know. It's all irrelevant because the decision's been made and the Danes have a free kick. So cool, calm, and collected. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. A free kick to the Danes. There's some signal being given to split. Højbjerg's gone one side. I think Vestergaard's gone the other. Vestergaard, good set play guy. Links up well with James Ward-Prowse at Southampton. Oh, a rehearsed free kick, knocked in short to Højbjerg. He clips out. Here's Delaney edge of the box, drives the shot in, blocked. Here's Lukaku now. Oh, stop him here. Someone needs to foul him. or make the tackle. It's gone loose, and that is probably going to be a yellow card by Vass. Now, they just look dangerous on the counter. Good call, I think, by the referee there. I thought someone was going to pull back Lukaku as he went away because there was going to be a definite overload. Actually won the ball back fair and square, but then Mooney had the second phase of the counter-attack, or second wave even. Vass stops him, and it was a yellow card. Axel Witsel is going to come on for Dendoncker in the central midfield. And Eden Hazard is going to come on for Carrasco. How'd you like that front three, guys? Hazard, De Bruyne, Lukaku. All at their best. I don't know, Eden Hazard hasn't been at his best. All at their best. A lethal combination, you would think. So Hazard on number 10. De Bruyne, of course, came on at halftime, number 7. And number 16, I believe. Beg your pardon, number 6. Witsel. Giving, as I said, a quite lively looking front three. Lukaku offside. Benzema, Mbappe, and Griezmann. Yeah, fair comment, Charlie. Højbjerg, Poulsen, Belgians looking very lively on transition now. Beautiful feet by Hazard. Look at that. And it's knocked down the wing. They're at it now, Belgium. De Bruyne and Hazard combining, which you love to see as a neutral. De Bruyne tries to knock it back into Tielemans. Just get a foot in there. Foul by Thorgan Hazard on Braithwaite, who's led the line very well for the Danes, you have to say. He's running behind. He's made a nuisance of himself. Exactly what you'd want. Watching the match with my commentary on German TV. Thank you, Vimal. If I'm not butchering your name. I think we're seeing the goal again. Look how cool De Bruyne is. The dummy De Bruyne does literally leaves 2 Belgian players on the floor. There's the VAR output. He was just onside. Thorgan Hazard. Substitution for the Danes. I recognise him. Christian Norgard comes on for Yusuf Poulsen. That is a defensive midfielder for a striker. Jens Stryger has come on for Daniel Vass as well, as I think Finn predicted at half time. Probably a straight swap. So expecting Stryger to play right wing back. Norgard will drop into midfield. We'll see what the permutations are up top. It could be a one up front in Braithwaite. And as much help as they're able to give him, really. We'll find out as we go. Of course. Strager, number 17. Norgard, number 15. Very familiar to us on the channel. Just been promoted with Brentford up to the Premier League. Different game now. Agreed. Very much so. Alderweireld just caught in possession, but it's a throw in for the Belgians. Big boot down the ground, which Eden Hazard wins in the air and flicks on. And the Belgians have possession in midfield. Witsel, Tielemans, Witsel. Eden Hazard teams up with Torgan Hazard. Torgan Hazard to Witsel again. Witsel to Denier. Well, now here is Alderweireld. Mernier. Alderweireld to Tielemans. Mernier. And Tielemans has found some space. Looked like there was a fairly easy ball onto Lukaku there, but he went for the ball to Mernier instead. And Vestergaard was able to deal with it. Feels a long time ago we were sat here saying how on top the Danes were. The Belgians have got that equaliser and now they are pushing De Bruyne and Eden Hazard on the pitch. De Bruyne corner cleared on the far post by Kjær. Horrible touch by Witsel, but I think he's going to get away with it. Witsel in the centre circle. Oh, what a hospital ball there for De Bruyne, who does get back and win it. And De Bruyne teaches Witsel a lesson there and says, look, stick your foot through it, play it back to the keeper. Don't take silly risks like that, which is exactly what he does. And it's now with Torgan Hazard out on the left-hand side. XG update is off the screen, annoyingly. 1.51 to the Danes, 0.61 to the Belgians. So the Danes still well on top in terms of the expected goals. I can't give you a number for just the second half, or can I? Yes, I can. 0.55 in the second half to 0.17 in the Belgians' favour. So there's definitely been a swing in the chance quality and chance creation stakes for sure. Denier. Alderweireld. The flag has gone up. And I'm not entirely sure why. We'll find out in a sec. Someone was offside. Although the ball was nowhere near them. Unless there was some kind of foul. I would have thought, given our interfering with play and being active or passive and phases, that wouldn't really make the criteria for being offside. But what do I know? Schmeichel takes the free kick long down the ground. We're going to get another two Danish substitutions. I saw Christian, sorry, not Christian, I think Christian Eriksen. Mathias Jensen of Brentford warming up. Eden Hazard, De Bruyne. De Bruyne with a terrible pass. I'm very surprised at that. De Bruyne completely overhitting it. I think we'll give him a pass, given his usual standard. Alderweireld, Denier, Witsel, Eden Hazard. And is it fair to say now it's all Belgium? I think it is. Let me know what you think in the chat. How do you see this one? Swing in. De Bruyne now in the 10. De Bruyne tries to feed it through to Lukaku. Always going for that killer pass, De Bruyne. It's the only pass he's got, really, isn't he? So many players don't have a single one of those type passes in their locker, and he's got about 50. He knows every way to thread that ball through, doesn't he, De Bruyne? Delaney. Kjær in the centre circle. Belgium with everybody back. Ooh, excuse me. Euro 2020 fatigue. Marla into the penalty box, actually. Good looking situation here. Oh, I thought that was going to take a deflection then. Marla hits it from the edge of the box. And a bit of S-housery there from Steiger, who shouldn't really have been closing down Courtois while he's got the ball in his hands. Dane's energy has dropped. Agreed. Lukaku or Kevin De Bruyne last minute. Stranger things have happened than that, hasn't it? But here come the Danes again, actually. Damsgaard. Damsgaard feeds it through, looking for Marla. Good defending by Dinea. Oh. Given away. Addis! Oh, I was just going to get very excited for a penalty. Damsgaard went down and he has been booked. And he's not arguing. So I assume an issue of simulation. And someone's being called across by the referee. I assume it's the captain of Denmark, Simon Kjær. Maybe just to explain the decision. Oh, it's a bad dive, isn't it? He dives first of all and then just kicks out his leg. We don't like to see that, do we? Really poor from Damsgaard. And he is rightly yellow carded for it. Here is Dinea. It's gone forward to Lukaku, who's in the box now. Chests it down. Lukaku, so strong. But good defending from the Danes. Although Lukaku has protected that ball beautifully. He's still going. Lukaku, brilliant. Tielemans knocks it inside. Hazard to the other. Hazard, De Bruyne. Oh! Unbelievable stuff. What a goal by Kevin De Bruyne. What a cameo. The passing before was delightful. What can you say about that? Oh, Lukaku holds it up in the corner. Again, all the strengths of the Belgians. One Hazard to the other. I think it was a beautiful knockoff by Eden Hazard to Torgan Hazard. And De Bruyne, this time with the left foot, just drills it into the corner. What a goal by the Belgians. Look at that. I got it the wrong way round. It was Torgan Hazard, knocked it off to Eden Hazard. Look at the finish. It's probably his weak foot. He doesn't have a weak foot. Kevin De Bruyne. What a player. What a player. Are we going to get the view from behind the goal? Look at this finish. You have no chance of saving that, do you? It's past Schmeichel before he can do anything. De Bruyne, utterly brilliant. Utterly, utterly brilliant. It's superb from the Belgians. And De Bruyne with just a glorious cameo in this game. The Danish manager scratches his head. I can tell him the reason his team's behind. In 3 words, Kevin De Bruyne. Get your thoughts in on that filthy goal by De Bruyne. Just superb. Just so, so good, isn't it? Wow. 2-1. What a goal. He's back. Oh, yes, he is. And he's lit this game up, hasn't he, De Bruyne? Blimey. So good. You cannot believe the class of De Bruyne. It's just that it makes you smile, doesn't it? Look, I've got nothing, no dog in the fight in this game, completely neutral. I'm a football fan, and you love to see that, don't you? Brilliant, brilliant stuff reflected in your comments in the chat. What a player. What a player. How much is he worth, De Bruyne? Crikey. Matthias Jensen's come on from Delaney. That substitution was planned before that goal went in. So I think 2 players came on. Oh, long ball in. Schmeichel's done well to sweep that. Karate kicks it away. And the Belgians lead 2-1. And how good is Kevin De Bruyne? Still think he's one of City's best signings. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. Let me just catch up with those subs. So Jensen came on for Delaney, Jensen of Brentford, wearing number 24. Cornelius came on for Damsgaard. Cornelius wearing number 21. And we have now had 4 subs from the Danes. 1 to go. Sorry, I said what number Cornelius was wearing. I didn't write it down. Cornelius, 21, everybody. 21. Where everybody knows your name. Glad I saw that. I'll tell the kids about it. De Bruyne is good, but he isn't quite Ilias Chair. I hope I can read the sarcasm through that, Sam. Tielemans. If Carlsberg did footballers, they would be called Kevin De Bruyne. And here he is on the ball. What would amuse me now is if they substituted him. All right, Kev, on you come. Assist, goal. Kevin De Bruyne, everybody. Here is Vertonghen. Game turned on head. Denmark 1, Belgium 2. I suppose we need to give Lukaku some credit, who was key in both goals. He had the pace and the power. Oh, and it's knocked down. Oh, good effort by Braithwaite. Parried away. The Danes behind the goal hold their heads. It was a left foot half volley. Good save by Courtois. Good football by the Danes there. I was just saying Lukaku for both goals was key, wasn't he? Just protecting that ball up top. Pace, power. Brilliant from Lukaku for both. Unfortunately, just the sheer silk of De Bruyne. Hazard. Oh, what a pass by Hazard. They're turning it on now. De Bruyne. De Bruyne, early shot. Hazard says, why didn't you play me in? Sorry, Lukaku does. De Bruyne, well, the mood he's in. Shoot every chance you get, Kev. In it goes, looking for Braithwaite up top. He's got a lot of work to do there because they've essentially surrounded him with midfielders. Now, he did have Poulsen as a partner up top for the longest time, didn't he? By the way, being we've got full screen now, I'm going to do some proper plugs. The live subscriber count, everybody, is at a whopping 17,338. Thank you, everybody, for subscribing. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe. You'll be able to do it in the picture wherever you're watching on YouTube, and see if we can get moving on. His Braithwaite into the box. Great run. Really good block by Toby Alderweireld. This game's not won for the Belgians, and the Danes can be very proud of the way their team has played today. Because outside of Kevin De Bruyne being ridiculous, they've been very good. And that was a great block by Alderweireld. Corner, which Mathias Jensen's going to take for the Danes. Right-footed. Here it comes. Floaty. Oh, Vestergaard. Good header. Very good header by Vestergaard. And a good punch by Courtois. He put that right back into the danger zone. 2 players collided there. Hopefully they are okay. Courtois obviously is one of them. I think Simon Kjær was the other. Great header by Vestergaard there. Kjær going for it. No sense of any kind of foul there. Just collided with each other, didn't they? We're just seeing the De Bruyne effort. Not his best. A good tackle in the build-up by Kjær. Unorthodox, wasn't it? And whilst Courtois is just being treated, they're having a look at his left knee. Whilst he's being treated, we're going to get treated and have another look at this finish by De Bruyne. Oh, yes. When De Bruyne hits that shot, if you drew a line of the perfect shot from that position, you would have drawn exactly what he did. He just glides the ball in. Brilliant. Massive block. Certain goal. He did well, didn't he, Courtois? It was a really good header by Vestergaard back across. George, Belgium will get exposed by Portugal or France with a strong attacking forces. You're not the first person I've heard say that, George. And we will wait and see for that theory to be disproved or proved. Players like Kevin De Bruyne are on a different level. Free kick then. Courtois goes long. 78-43 on the clock. Flicked on by Lukaku. And the Danes have the ball at centre back. Let me just give you some second half numbers. We'll just isolate the second half so you can see how this game has perhaps swung. Or has it even? 56-44 on the possession. SofaScore are telling me the Danes have still had 8 shots in this second half. So it's not like they've been without threat. Witsel. Alderweireld. Someone's down for the Belgians. Eden Hazard, I think it was. Meunier goes home to Courtois. Yeah, De Bruyne, horrible injury. He got broken nose, damaged eye socket in the Champions League final. And no doubt a pretty hefty concussion as well. Tielemans, Hazard. He and De Bruyne have just swapped sides temporarily. Hazard on the right-hand side. De Bruyne, the danger man, on the left-hand side. Dinea. Oh, nice turn by Alderweireld. Clips that one into the channel. And Lukaku has been penalised there. Didn't look much in it, but linesman was right in front of him. Maybe he got a better view. Maybe it was exaggerated. Who knows? Ooh, Courtois coming right to the edge of the box. No massive handball shout. Some of the Danes behind the goal in the fans shouted, but hey, fans shout for everything, don't they? Tielemans proper suckers Jensen in there into getting a yellow card. You're going to be playing against players like that every week in the Prem next season, Jensen. How come he isn't wearing the face mask? Yeah, I'm unsure about that. Maybe they feel he's recovered properly now. Oh, here's the Courtois incident. And no, good refereeing again. Good play by Courtois. No danger. He handled that one outside of the box. Please, guys, give us a like on the stream, whichever platform you're watching on, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. We appreciate your support. Tielemans plays it back home. We have, I think, Torgan Hazard down. The ball's been put out. I know players have been told they are not supposed to do that now. Hazard's got cramp. And this will all be added on. Vertonghen just helps him stretch his leg out a bit, see if he can run it off. We're going to get... oh, no, they've only got one substitution left, the Danes, haven't they? Just taking a water break. I'll do the same if all the cool kids are doing it. And here is Dinea. Switch of play out to Alderweireld, who gets closed down. by Cornelius. Oh, that's poor from Meunier, and Cornelius takes it off him. Oh, Witzel was sliding towards his own goal. I think he got a useful shout there, and it's half cleared. But here come the Danes again. Marler, Cornelius. Lovely cross by Cornelius, and Braithwaite throws himself in. Didn't miss that by much. Any contact there, and he scores. Really dangerous looking cross by Cornelius. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that cross. Braithwaite put it in the perfect place, didn't he? Braithwaite just that far off it, I think. Unlucky. They've created plenty enough in this game, Denmark, to have more than one goal. Okay, a lot of those chances in the first half at 1-0, but they're losing. Olsen on for Vestergaard. That is the final sub. Not entirely sure what shape Denmark are left with now. I think they've gone to a back four. They don't seem to have any centre-halves, enough centre-halves to play a back three or a back five anymore. They've certainly gone for it for sure. Gaza-esque. Yeah, Gaza was even closer, wasn't he? God. Don't remind me. 84. 35. Højberg. Mahler. Braithwaite, who I've enjoyed today. It's been a good performance. Braithwaite, lovely cross to the back post, just too high. Sorry, a bit too floaty. I like the shape on it. It wasn't a lovely cross afterwards. Payne going for the Ginner look. Wait till he goes grey as well. Yeah. Thoughts on Bristol City's new wake? I haven't seen it, Blazing Aqua. Do you want to tweet it to me and I'll take a look? What are your thoughts, more importantly? Here is Højberg. Højberg to Jensen. Jensen to Melle. Cross is cleared. De Bruyne tries to get on the end of it. Norgard. It's like doing Brentford, this, isn't it? Norgard and Jensen on. Striger. Jensen. Lots of possession for the Danes. Belgians back in shape. Wonder if Roberto Martinez will have one more little tweak. Do I anticipate any changes for England in tomorrow's line? Interesting. Let me have a think on that. Jensen crosses in, cleared by Torgan Hazard. Help back in. Oh, and he's beaten his man. There was a definite ball. Braithwaite. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. How unlucky was that? And there was a definite foul on the edge of the box. A very well judged foul, I have to say, by Hazard, because he pulled back Olsen outside the box. If he'd done that even with a sniff of the box, Olsen was going down and it was a penalty. Braithwaite, look, Courtois beaten there. He stopped. Oh, look at that. Where the post meets the bar, it just bounces off the top of it. So unlucky. Denmark. They're heading for 0 points at the moment, and they really could have got something out of this game today. It's not over yet. Danes deserve something today. Denmark deserves something from this game. Braithwaite deserves a goal. It's been really good. Yeah, agree with all of those, but it is what it is. The score is the score, and it's Denmark 1, Belgium 2, and they have not taken their chances, and Belgium have De Bruyne. Here's Olsen again. Jensen. Højberg. Højbjerg carries it forward. Jensen again. Højbjerg continues his run. Mahler. Højbjerg inside the box. Højbjerg hits the shot. Oh, chested down by Cornelius and blocked. And Cornelius has handballed it. It's going to be a free kick. Oh, no. Play's gone on. Olsen. And Hazard gets in there and wins it back. Throw in to the Danes, putting loads of pressure on. I think this is going to be hurled into the box by Stryger. The centre-backs are coming forward very slowly. Referee says, hurry up. The throw-in has not gone into the box, so Kjær can go back. Here is Christensen. Christensen in short to the excellent Braithwaite. Courtois, big clearance. And Kjær heads away. Mahler, Højbjerg, who really wants the ball. Oh, and they've got an overload again. Here's Jensen. Jensen hits the shot, drives it not far wide. Oh, Courtois, full dive to his left. How much does this miss by? We've got the camera behind the goal. I think Courtois knows that's going wide. He just shanks it a little bit. That's probably a contradiction in terms, isn't it? Oh, not been their day today, the Danes. It looks like it's going to be a cruel defeat. We are about to head to stoppage time. Schmeichel gathers. How much stoppage time will we get? Jensen. Jensen inside. Christensen. Højbjerg. Right, 5 minutes stoppage time. Let me know. I don't know if there's much point asking this. If there are any other answers other than De Bruyne, because I figure most of you are just going to say De Bruyne. Let me know who you think the man of the match is. Obviously, yeah. Well, I won't influence your answers too much. Who's your man of the match today, if there's even any contest in saying it? Reading lots of stories today. Gareth's changing his goalie. Ooh. That would be a big surprise, wouldn't it? The Danes throwing pint glasses at the keeper. Plastic ones. Do you think if we beat the Scots and Czechs, Gareth will sacrifice the last game? Sorry, as in just beat the Scots. I was sacrificed the last game against the Czechs. I don't think he'll sacrifice it. He'll definitely make some changes. Though, Jensen just knocks it against the ref. It'll be a drop ball. Here's Jensen. Kjær. Kjær knocks it in long. Oh, nice flick on. Oh, I nearly fell for Cornelius. I don't think he realised if he just wafted his foot out, he might have been able to hit a first-timer there. Maybe I'm being a bit unfair to him. A little far ahead of him. A little knock-off there. De Bruyne into the channel. Perfectly weighted, as you can imagine. Meunier goes in 50-50 and plays back to the brilliant De Bruyne. Witsel inside. Hazard. Tielemans. Hazard. Meunier. Oh, here they come again. De Bruyne. Lukaku, De Bruyne. Caps Cows put LOL on that. Did he pass it off the ref on purpose? I actually think you're onto something there. Since they changed the rule where you keep possession, when a player's in a tight position with the ref close to him, they know if they kick it at the ref, they get a drop ball. So I don't think it's out of the realms of possibility that players are already wise to this and do it on purpose. I know you might have been joking, but I actually think you're onto something there. 2 minutes 47 on the clock. Alternative answers to De Bruyne. Braithwaite, Lukaku, a couple for him as well. Steve, Danes played very well. Belgian team just oozes class. They would love them to go on and win the tournament. Big clearance by Marler. We are 93-15 into this game with a minimum of 5 stoppage time to play. Foul by Torgan Hazard. Really bad, sort of clumsy tackle there. Olsen got ahead of him and he kind of took him out of the waist. Gets the yellow card, unsurprisingly. Looks a bit sheepish because all his teammates are going to have to come back and defend a set play now. Hazard completely mistimes that, doesn't he? Free kick to the Danes. Substitution by the Belgians. Thomas Vermaelen has come on for Torgan Hazard. So his last kick of the game is to concede this free kick that Kasper Schmeichel is up for. Can the keeper do something? Jensen crosses it in. Oh, great header by Lukaku. Open goal now. De Bruyne touch. De Bruyne inside his own box now. The goal is open. Can they hit the shot? Meunier! Oh, and it's cleared by Olsen, who gets back. Just delayed it a little bit. I don't know whether the shot was going slightly wide or not, but Olsen does the business and gets back. It's a corner to the Belgians. I thought De Bruyne was going to shoot from 70 yards there and score for a second. I think it is going in, isn't it? It didn't get the right angle to look there. Side on, so hard to tell. Hazard. Tielemans. All eyes on the referee. We are over our 95 minutes now. Minimum stoppage time gone. Witsel carrying it forward. Belgium just trying to run the clock down. They're keeping the ball. Tielemans. Tielemans gives it away. Ref looked like he was going to blow. And we're going to have a very, very late last attack here. Ball from Tielemans. Braithwaite into the box. Braithwaite hits the shot. It's blocked. And that is that. The final whistle goes. A thoroughly entertaining watch. Denmark take the lead early on. Horrible mistake by Dinea. The Danes dominate the first half, but do not get a second goal. Belgium bring Kevin De Bruyne in at halftime, and he single-handedly, or with a little bit of help from Romelu Lukaku, changes this game. Cool as a cucumber to set up the first goal. Crossed in for Torgan Hazard, and then just a brilliant finish with a great build-up as well. And De Bruyne, the difference, 55 and 70, the goals. The Danes fought, didn't they? But couldn't quite get back. You can see on the XG, if we get it, look, 1.99 to 0.87. It's a tough one to take. Let's have a look at the live league table. Where is it, guys? I've lost it. There you go. Belgium on 6 points now after 2 games. Finland on 3. Russia on 3. The final round of games sees Finland versus Belgium and Russia versus Denmark. So the Danes could still qualify. They are rank outsiders now, and they would need to beat, you would think, given goal difference, they need to win by 5 or 6. The Belgians, well, to all intents and purposes, are qualified, but they could they? Finland versus Belgium would drop them to 6. Russia, if they were all on, if Russia beat Denmark, they would all finish on 6, but Belgium would surely qualify with 6 points, although it's mathematically not confirmed yet. But you would think the Belgians are pretty much certain to go through now, all bar some pedantic maths from horrible people like me. Right. Thank you, everybody. I've learned that I need to get out of these streams quite quickly because I'll be back at 7:45, which is only 50 minutes away. So I'm going to say thank you very much. Thank you for the comments. Please hit like before you go, and I will see you at 7:45 for Netherlands v Austria. The games keep coming thick and fast, so fast that I can't even remember which one we're going to watch next. Thank you, everybody. If you do say thank you, I'll whack it up in the outro, and I'll see you very, very soon. If you're joining me for match number 3 of the day, over and, he says, find the clip, over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.